This is EE104 lab number 5. And so the goal of this lab is modeling. You model different real life incidences or scenarios, like the head injury criterion or HIC for airbag in a car, and then the amount of sick people going to the hospital, how to be able to distribute them from emergency room to ICU. So that's the goal of this lab. There are different areas in this lab we're going to model to see how these things are work in real life, are being done in real life. So one of which is the head injury criteria airbag modeling. So this is the code. So in this code, you can see we're using the idea of differential equation and numerical integration to be able to do this correctly. So this is the equation given from the website that we visited. You can see the equation here. So those are the equation we're going to modeling. So this particular one here, it's without airbag, and this one is with airbag. So our purpose here to be able to model the best airbag or that can protect the head injury. So here I put this equation in Python, and then the integration of the modeling is here. So then I have to model different level of HIC that will be best for a car. So the more the curve of the HIC is flat, the more it's good to protect head injury. So this is the code. So I'm going to run this code for you to see what this code is about. So let me run this code. So running this code, this is the graph that I have. So you can see this graph, it's somehow flat but not as perfect as expected according to my model. Am I modeling the number that I put in for HIC? So you can see here at 10, 15, 30 for me to be able to get perfect level graph, because the level, the graph, the curve, the perfect, the airbag. So this is the purpose of this lab. So the next part of this lab is if you go here, the next part of this lab is differential equation of ER. So we're going to model the amount of COVID patients that go to ER, and when they go there, how they can be able to transfer them depending the severity of the sickness or how severe their COVID cases are. So this is what this particular lab is about. So you can see the model that I do here. The nurses, like in the hospital, there are only 5 nurses, and ventilators there are only 7, and beds, 30 beds in the hospital. So basically the bed is the area of the hospital we are trying to model. If you have 30 beds and 5 nurses and 7 ventilators, how are you going to be able to model this if a lot of sick people are going in? How many sick people are supposed to be discharged? How many nurses to a patient? So in this model, you can see I have like a 5 and 1 nurse. Each one nurse can take on like a minimum 8 patients. So the patients in the hospital, they are being discharged in every they are monitored for every three days before they are discharged. So we have one in 14 patients, 1 nurse to 14 patients. So this is what this code is about. Then the amount of patients have been discharged every day. So we're going to see, our goal is that to be able to see the saturation of the curve, how the curve is going to flat at the end of the day, both ER and the emergency room. So let me run this code and see, so you can see what I'm talking about. So this is the curve. So you can see here the blue line is the room 1, which is the ER. So from the emergency room, they can be able to transfer them to the ICU, depending how severe your COVID infection is. So you can see the COVID, this is the room capacity and the time in hours, how these people are going into the hospital. So this is what this code is about. So you can see room 1 is being module, the volume, the value, you know, you look at these things, I mean the input, so the Q here, Q in, the amount of patients coming in, so which is the nurse multiplied by room 1 multiplied by the number of input, which is half of that. So Q out, the amount of patients are going. So the outflow of equation, these are the variable, and the inflow, how many patients are coming in. So we module that they are coming in every other hour. So you can see the code. So when you run this code, you can see that this is the curve of the graph. Okay, so this is another part of this code. So another part of this code, another part of this project is to do the heart rate analysis. So we went to a website, this website. So we went to this website. We choose a heart rate, different heart rate scenario is being recorded here. So we went to that website. So you download any of the heart rate you want to module. So after you download it, then you go to this code. We call it this is like a wave to S and CSV converter. So you put that you put that data into here. So I save it here as HBit. After I download it, I save it as HBit. So this is going to convert that for me into data data in Excel. So from there, I cannot be able to run that. After I've done that, I have to go to Jupyter. So Jupyter here. So Jupyter, after downloading the heartbeat, the heart rate, then convert it into Excel file with data. So that data is what I'm going to input into Jupyter here. So if you look at here, you can see I save it here as heartbeat, HATBET. So running this code, I'm going to run by section. So it's going to give me this. So I'm going to run it by section. It's going to give me this. So this one it's gonna give me this star. It's gonna run now. It say the code is perfectly okay. Then I'm gonna run this one to see if I could be able to get the curve. So you can see this is the heart rate and noise that I downloaded from that website. So this is how the outcomes look like. So this is the heartbeat. I don't know what if it is human or animal. This is the heart rate, how the heartbeat. So then after that, then I have to run another segment to process the data. So this is the data medical practitioner normally look for, so they know how to analyze that. So my goal for me to be able to get to this point. So this is the project. So at the end of the day, it gave me this heart rate signal peak detection. So I was able to get this curve. So this is what this project is about. Lab 5 is about this. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.